So good morning, friends. Thanks a lot for joining yet another Boja classes. So we started this initiative that you all know, but I don't know whether the initiative is relevant now because the job market seems to be boom, rather than it is actually people get affected, people get benefited. So that's the thing. But now coming to this, so from now onwards, we will have the sessions, not just for interview specific, but in general with how you can make good quality software with Java. And we'll make it that way. Today's topic is code quality versus quality code. They two look very similar to each other, but they are entirely different from each other. In fact, this is one of the sessions that people shown interest last time. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. We had a lot of external speakers, and today we got a time, and then we thought, okay, we will take this as it was required for many people. Now I would like some volunteers here. We will make it interactive, not just for making it interactive, but the whole purpose of making a quality code comes by dialogues, not by saying one person saying, okay, my way, good way, like that actually. I just need audience, your feedback on what do you think about code quality and what is the purpose of doing code quality? Anybody?
So basically writing a code which is extensible, easy to maintain, and it can sustain over a period of time, so that any new features if we have to add with respect to anything, any new design pattern or technology, we can easily integrate.
Great, Rajesh. Okay. So now, how do you achieve code quality?
Using coding standards, testing unit test, integration test, covering the scenarios.
Okay.
And
we'll try to maintain SonarCube code quality that for every build it will be like no high and medium severity bugs.
Very good. This is Arun, right?
Yeah.
Arun, I really like your answer. Just keep this answer alone. We will, in fact, this is exactly the point that we are going to discuss. So apart from that, any other comments, guys? Any other thing that you feel? And I need some honest answers. Okay. So how many of you really enjoy this code quality? Like, of course, we like code quality, but how many of you really enjoy when your project says, okay, your project has to provide high quality code? We will stop you in every step that you take.
It's painful, Satish. We have faced this problem, so yeah, no one would like to work on that code quality things.
Correct. Due to meeting the timeline, Satish, like we will not be able to concentrate there. That's the true fact.
Excellent. Okay. So here one takeaway is today we will see about these. There are some problems that are at the very root level. If these problems are not addressed, this code quality is not going to be fun. It is going to kill your time. Maybe I will put my question even more precise. Any of you faced the problem of producing not so quality code is due to the code quality gates that you have in your organization? Have you faced this problem? That is, you would like to provide quality code, but somehow because of this quality gates and all the stuff, they will ask you something else, and then you will keep implementing, and then we lost in the way. Have you ever faced this problem?
Yes, we have faced it. So that was related to SonarCube warnings only. There were a lot of warnings which was related to exception handling. And many times I felt like our code where we had exception handling everywhere, where we had loggers properly, we got a feedback saying that is not correct. You have to throw the exception from every place where you get it. So after that, like we started, whenever we are getting more exception, like now if there is any issue, it's becoming difficult for us to track.
Okay.
So we are again going back to the old approach. Not always all the warnings which we get is a good one. Sometimes it can be like a false positive.
Okay.
A few times we implement, let's say I implement a logic. Let's say I have a hash map. I take a key set and I do all my programming business logic over it. But in the end, code quality tool says don't use key set, use entry set. So it will take 2-3 hours, 2-3 days of to refactor everything. In the end, we lost in between and.
Okay. Are you all able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, we will start with a very simple exercise. The one that you see is of a high quality code, literally a high quality code actually. The problem with this is sometimes we know some design patterns, some people may not know some design patterns, and that is a place where these kind of tools can be helpful for you, where it can help you to make even quality code even if you don't know the technologies and all your stuff. The one that you see, do you guys see any problem in this code? Can you see it with plain eye and then see what is the problem? Or it's of high quality code?
You cannot create an instance, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But do you see any other problem? This is a quality code. Okay, I'll confirm you how this is a very high quality code. So you just take check style. You run.
You cannot extend this class.
Correct. So sun checks. It check style found no problems. This is actually an excellent code actually. And this common scenario, you can see many of the project, they have proper SonarQube coverage, check style coverage, Jacoco coverage, all that they will have. Okay, they produce this quality code. I got it. Okay, now I'm asking check style, is this fine? Then check style says, what is the other problem that says class should be declared as final because this is a utility class. Okay, fine. So I'll define final. Okay, let me run this. Where is it saying followed by white space? White space is not. I'll give the white space also. Okay, good. Okay, proceed with white space. This Java document. Yes, Java document I need to give because this is comment. So meaningful comment. I will give meaningful comment. Meaningful comment. Okay, run it. But okay. Proceed with white space. Okay.
Give the space in the curly brace.
Yeah.
Curly brace.
Yes, excellent. So see how these tools are really great. Okay, now see they are checking even everything. This is not a valid comment. You know why this comment is not valid? Because you need to put a dot at the end. Now you produce high quality code. Now, how many of you honestly happy with the high quality code that you produce? The tool says 100% of good quality. Is interface not a correct thing? Or enum is not a correct thing? Is this a way that you will define the concept? No. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, okay, now what is the root cause? The root cause is fundamental problem that we have with this quality code is these tools are there. They say, okay, I will work hard for you to give you some good results. But what happens is down the line, the tools will stop working. You will stop working hard for the tool. And that is the place where the problem starts. Agreed. We are trying to satisfy Sonar. We are trying to satisfy Checkstyle. We are trying to satisfy Jacoco. Jacoco will say test coverage is true if you say assert true equal to true, because that's a valid test case. But will Jacoco know your business rules? No. Will they know your actual problems? No. They can. We need to customize it. In practice, let us look at the practical advantages of having code quality. Because the moment you have code quality, there are a lot of advantages that you have. Actually, that you cannot deny. Okay. One of the most significant advantage that I think I have is a high quality reporting. It looks a high attractive reporting that I can always say. Okay. When we are executing a project with a larger team, we always need people who are accountable for. We can point fingers and then you can say, okay, see, I have 80% code coverage, my project is safe. So that's always a safe haven. That's what we use. Some of them that I say, actually it may sound very straightforward, but then let us see the problem as the problem, then we'll see the solutions. Okay. So honestly, what we are using is C team. I scored 80%. So I am actually a high rank person. That's the quality that we have, and that's why we are trying to get that magical numbers of 80% or something like that. Because we want to achieve code quality. That's the purpose of code quality. Or otherwise, this is another problem. So all of a sudden, you'll see people who will have the more the checklist, more the pride. I hope many face this problem. Have you any time faced this problem? That is, we as an organization have plenty of architects, chief architects, high quality professionals, and then we'll say every code that you bring in will go through 2 or 3 levels of approval. And how many of you have this kind of real high quality process where you have 2 or 3 levels of approvals in audience? And anybody enjoy this, or is there any side effects in this? In Git, there will be approvers, right? For minimum approvers. Anybody face this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have that kind of.
Okay, Venki, so will it really benefit you? That is, that will help you to provide quality code, or there's any practical problems that you face?
It will actually, sometimes it will be good, like if the person who is reviewing has much the functional and domain technical expertise, and if we see any issue, but otherwise it's usually sometimes delay in the process of merging.
One is the delay. That's obvious because you are making people a bottleneck.
Yeah,
okay.
correct.
But more than that, there is a hidden problem here. So, say for example, you are going to be reviewed by say Satish and John. Okay, that's my screen.
Yeah, it's come up.
Okay, so now this is 2-3 level of approvals. When as Miki pointed out, it can cause delay because we are making people bottleneck. Sometimes they will be really tired. Particularly at the end of the sprint, you will have some 30, 40 merge request, pull request, and then people will really struggle. That's one point. But there's another interesting problem. Now you have two reviewers, John and Satish. And Satish thinks working code is best. John thinks secure code is best. Now Satish says something is correct. John says something is wrong. And what is the problem the developers will have? They will hit this gate, it will pass, and they will hit this gate, it will fail. And John might be accepting it at the next level, but Satish might be blocking it. And this is a very common problem because you involve people, there is no common standard, common thinking, common ground between people. There's no agreed standard. Something that I say correct, you might be saying wrong. Something that you say correct, I might be saying wrong. Okay. Did you face this problem, Pinky?
Yes, Satish.
Every time we face that.
Okay.
Yeah,
one funny thing is like we have one team, so they are our source team. They usually come up with the standards. They say, okay, if you define a model, this model should have only these kind of attributes, and many times for our requirements, we have to discuss with them and come say like we have to add this attribute. So we have to justify why that field has to be there in their model. And many times, like because of their delay in the process, they have multiple level people like who have to approve that thing, the field addition and all. Everyone will come up with their own opinion, and many times the convincing them to add a field, it takes a lot of time, and it has delayed our releases also.
Correct. Okay. So who is this?
This is Venkatesh Manohar.
Venkatesh only. Okay. Venkatesh. So it's an interesting point actually. Maybe the second point I will add on top of it. Sometimes you might be bringing in a standard team. If you are in a restricted, highly secured, you have more budget. We will bring some people, external people, to audit it. They will be they are called standard teams. They are the one who approves your MR or a pull request. Okay. Now, are they going to approve your pull request even if it is valid? No, because if they keep approving pull requests, then what is the job that they are doing? They need to do some job at least, right? Because they need to make some comments and then get you blocked and all those stuff. That happens, and that is what we mean by the second advantage. Hey, dude, I'm a reviewer. And being a reviewer is a really good thing, guys. So I don't want to put it to somebody else. Even I put myself. You just stay idle, and then I keep saying, okay, guys, this is wrong, that is wrong. It's really fun because people are working for me, and it's a pride, it's a prestige. Okay, now that's okay. Now then, this is something that not many people know.
I'll give another example about this check. Like we had a standards for C programming. Where it was mandatory that it should have a prefix to indicate the type, and if it's a local variable, we would have L underscore, like prefix with L underscore, and this was set by the standards team. And so there was one of those who was doing the checking, and he said, when we use a for loop, we write a I. He says, no, this is not allowed according to the standards. It must be prefixed by L underscore, and because it's of type long, L underscore I underscore L. So it was, there are certain things which are obvious, like I should have been allowed just a single I.
Correct.
Everyone knows that, but standards team introduces such things like.
Correct. Okay.
So exceptions have to be there, but people are there who will take pride in that. Exactly. I've pointed this.
See, these are all the things that people don't discuss actually. Okay, if you don't discuss, you cannot. If you are hesitate to discuss, you cannot provide quality work. Forget about quality code. Okay, so this is another problem. This is a practical problem. Then this is very interesting. In fact, I don't want to blame anybody else because that's not correct thing. I will blame myself. I have done that many times in my career. Whether I want to do it or I don't want to do it, I am forced to do it. That's a different thing. But I have done it. Okay. So sometimes I take pride in reviewing. I'll just say, okay, I will be watching some Amazon Prime video at home, and then somebody will put 2-3 days of work, and then I'll say simply, okay, that ABCD can be XYZ. That's really a good feel actually. Now, secret weapon. So this is interesting things. If you are a reviewer, you score point when you give more review comments. What I do is I will not follow any automated tools. I will keep this automated tools as a secret weapon. I will keep checking, and then I'll say, okay, 10 comments, 6 comments I will be giving. My counterpart will be giving only 2 because he'll be going through all the code from line number 1 to line number 100. He'll be giving comments, but I'll be just using these tools and then give 10 comments each for every developer. They'll be thinking that this guy's reviews better actually. That's a good thing. Now, this is again thing, mission target a good team. If you want to target a good team, just show quality gates in front of them. A team that provides output, they meet all the targets, performance, everything, and you want to target them and prove them that they are wrong, you can actually do that with this technique. This technique actually works out better. You can just put a quality check with all invalid checks, and then start feel as if like they are not producing good quality code. So these are all the advantages. So all are we sync? Is there any other advantage of having a code quality in practical? Okay, now hope we all agree to this. Now, provided we understand the advantages of having code quality, we will because we do code quality for a very simple reasons. We want to make a point. We want to look good. It's not about working good. We want to look good. But bottom line, in this world of code quality, what is the difference that it makes is you work for tools. Very simple. If you this is a code quality. Okay. Now let us, for a change, we will change our purpose. That is part number 2 of producing a quality code. That is part number 2. Before I go to part 2, is there any questions that audience would like to ask? Please go ahead and ask. It might be the tools that you use. It might be the process. Anything. Please go ahead and ask.
So Satish, if you have to summarize your observations, they are in simple words that people are now, the benchmarks are decided by the tools, not by human beings.
Correct. And there are human beings behind those tools actually setting the benchmark and correcting those tools in such a way that it actually benefits individual needs. Okay. If you say the truth, that is what it is. And that is why in the beginning itself, some of our friends mentioned this. They don't really enjoy it. To be frank with you, if you put it in a project, these kind of tools, it will be fun to work with, but you need to put it in the right place. And that's what we are going to see in the next session. They are really, really fun to work with. Any other doubts, any other problems that you face? The reason that I keep asking this is, if you guys let me know the problems, probably I will cover it in the second topic as detailed as possible. In terms of code quality, have you guys faced any confusion with the tools that they use? And how do you get the quality code? Is there anything?